Welcome back everybody. Today I'm pretty excited because I'm here at St Ives skate park and I've come to ride the pool bowl. Now the pool bowl here is it's pretty mental and it's a considerable upgrade from the usual pool bowl that I ride at Concrete Waves. The transitions are a lot steeper and the pool coping sticks out a little bit more. The whole experience is a little bit more gnarly, so I'm going to go through my usual checklist of pool skating things that I do. So the first job is going to be to find a way in. I have dropped in the deep and the shallow end here, but I'm not going to say it's a comfortable experience. It's really steep and that pool coping sticks out a little bit more than what I'm used to. Following that, I'm going to get a few carving lines going, maybe tickle the coping front side and back side with the carving grinds. And then following that, I want to try and push past my limits, see if I can get up on that coping perhaps. On the trip over, I was having a bit of a mind skate and I was thinking maybe of going for the backside 50-50 grind. But when I arrived and saw the pool, my heart sank. It's really steep. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get up on there. But enough of my yakking. Let's find a place to drop in and get a few carving lines done. Okay, starting to get warmed up and I don't mind admitting this pool is kicking my ass. Managed to over grind, came a cropper at the deep end a couple of times. I've managed to get the carve grind front side and back side in the deep and the shallow. And the front side in the shallow is the first time I've ever done that and that took quite a considerable effort. I think the thing that won't come out in the video is how steep that shallow end is. So for the front side grind, I found I really needed to lean back and swipe the legs through whilst keeping them bent. There's also a good bit of whip on the transition coming out, so I needed to keep my knees bent and not extend them too early so I could get out of that front side grind. Next up, I'm going to try and get my arch nemesis, the shallow end drop in. That's a shallow end dropping back in the bag. 2 to make it true, and I think I'll leave it there. It's a little bit easier than I remember it, but it's still pretty uncomfortable and not that functional because it sort of spits you down the waterfall with not the most amount of speed. Next up, I'm going to tinker with trying to get some sort of 50-50, and I think the 50-50 grind into the pool is going to be the first port of call. I'm going to give it a go, see how it feels. managed to get there in the end with the 50-50 grind in, I just kept on jumping off. It was pretty scary. So I found that isolating the axle part was the key to getting the courage to be able to come back in. After that, it was just a leap of faith. I just didn't know how it'd feel coming in off that coping. And it really felt like I was in mid-air. So I think for future ones, I need to bend my knees a little bit more for the re-entry and also make sure my weight isn't positioned too far forward. To finish up, I'm going to try for the full 50-50 grind. So I'm going to try and find a place where I can make the entry. Then hopefully that 50-50 grind in has given me the courage to nail the exit. Well, that's it for the 50-50 grind battle in the deep end. I'm pretty exhausted and pretty beaten up. The Apple Watch says I've done about 1,500 calories with an average heart rate of about 130. Big rosy red face tells the story. My main foe is fear. I know exactly what I need to do: commit forwards, carve onto it, bring my shoulder round into the turn, and then come off of it. I think the one I made with a tea break in between finishing the grind and coming back in is enough for me to feel good about the progress made. I'm going to leave it for another day to come back and complete the mission of still being grinding when coming back in. Okay, that's it for this video. That was a lot of fun. It's pretty exciting. This pull represents a considerable step up. I'm determined to transfer my tricks across. I really want to get that 50-50 grind consistently. There was a couple of first time bits of progress, like the front side grind in the shallow end. Again, it's a bit backwards, this pull. Anything in the shallow end is a little bit gnarlier. If you're new to the channel and you like this sort of thing, then feel free to hit subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram @JohnBishopSkate. As ever, my name's been John Bishop, and I'll see you next time.